Firstly, too, remember a TV show years ago, Dennis the Menace, about this kid that was a menace to the neighbor, Mr. Wilson. And watching this while I was in grade school, I remember something that stood out to me. Now, at this time, I didn't have a clue about auto mechanics, nowhere near of understanding what was going on. But one day, Mr. Wilson was working on his vehicle, and Dennis came and stood over him and asked him what was he doing. Mr. Wilson explained to him that he was taking his vehicle and putting some rubber between different parts of the undercarriage to keep it from squeaking. Now, why this stood out, I don't have a clue. All I know is that just stuck with me. He was being an entrepreneur. He was hacking the situation to solve this problem. He had a problem, a squeaky vehicle as he would drive. To solve this problem, putting oil on this situation wasn't a long-term solution. It was a short-term solution. The long-term solution was to cut some rubber, take the nut off and backing off the screw and getting this rubber between the washer and the screw and the undercarriage and tighten it back down so when the vehicle would vibrate and move, the squeaking was gone. He did this on different parts of the vehicle, the front, the back, the middle, wherever he heard the noise coming from. He explained to Dennis, this is going to stop my vehicle from squeaking. And of course, Dennis would say, why, every time he explained why. And that would irritate Mr. Wilson. But the point is, he had a problem and he had a solution. It's no good to have a short-term solution for a long-term problem. So, one day, when I was having an issue with my Ford truck, I remember what Mr. Wilson did to his car those many years ago. My sway bar linkage kept bursting. The boots on my sway bar linkage kept cracking and just coming apart. Maybe over 3 months, maybe over 6 months, and maybe they're designed not to last that long. But I got tired of replacing them. So I had an idea to take my drill and take my hole cut saw bits, they were different sizes, and cut out some rubber boots out of this tire. And also take my drill press and lay the rubber down and drill some holes in the center so I can slide my long bolt through them from my sway bar linkage to make me a sandwich on the top and the bottom of my sway bar linkage. And this is what I did. Not only that, I wanted to test how long will it be before something happens to this, or will this even be effective? To my surprise, this lasted longer than the manufactured sway bar linkage boots because of the content of the substance that was in the tire. It would not crack. It just stayed in place. Boots I cut out of this tire stayed in place for a long time. They were not dressy. I mean, who's going to be looking under your truck? You can kind of see them at an angle from the corner if the tires turned a certain way. But other than that, they served the purpose. It took care of this. I just wanted to test, will this work? And it did work. But I put my I ended up buying some more boots anyway. At that point, I thought, well, these blue boots look better, but the boots I made, they last longer. But I wanted to prove a point. Will this idea work? And it did. Diversity 2, the sway bar linkage project. This sway bar linkage is under this Ford truck. This was the Explorer, part of the suspension system, steering system under your truck. Remember one day I was at a gas station in Miami, and the lady came up to me when I was getting ready to leave this gas station, and she said, sir, we have the same vehicle, but could you tell me something? My vehicle rattles a lot. Could you explain to me why it's rattling? We just bought this vehicle and it rattles a lot. I said, something's missing. So I looked under her vehicle, and the whole sway bar linkage bar was missing. Everything. She didn't even have, it was not even there. So from experience, I was able to tell her, this is what's missing, and this is what it looks like. So her husband or her son, whoever was with her, we went under and I pointed out, this is what you need to get. And she said, what's the name again? And I told her what it was. I felt good that I was in a position to help them. So this sway bar linkage boot idea came out wonderful. I had an idea, tested it out, and it worked. Diversity 2, the sway bar linkage project. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay, got everything back going. Got my boat under my lower control arm. Sway bar linkage back together here. Everything's back on. Looking pretty good. And on down there, I've got both my boats in, inside my bushings, and everything looks pretty solid and tight. Diversity 2, moving right along. Thanks for watching it. Don't forget to subscribe.